Hey guys, my name's Clinton. Tonight I'm going to talk about these two helmets here. This helmet here, this is the Troy Lee, it's the SE4, and it's been a great helmet, and I really like it. It's heavy, and it's hot. And when I started out riding, I rode a lot of two-track ATV trails, a lot of fire lanes, and this helmet was great. It's very comfortable, fits my head very well. I never really noticed that it was super heavy until I started riding more of a hard enduro style. And the more I wore this, the more I realized how hot it was. And a lot of times I'll be going up something super tough, and by the time I get to the top of it, the first thing I want to do is get that helmet off. And it's like I can't even catch my breath in that helmet. So that got me looking at mountain bike helmets. And I was really hesitant to buy a mountain bike helmet for a motorcycle. And growing up, you hop on a motorcycle, the first thing you do is you put your helmet on. So I never considered a non-DOT or a non-Snell helmet for riding. So I started doing a little research, and I found this. This is another Troy Lee design helmet, and it's used a lot for downhill mountain biking. I'm not a mountain biker, so I had to do a lot of reading about this, and it's a $300 helmet. This one at the time when I bought it was close to $300, and I had a hard time justifying buying this lightweight bicycle helmet to ride on a motorcycle. It just didn't make sense to me. So it took me a couple months before I finally said, you know what, I'm going to do it. I'm just going to buy it, give it a try around the yard. And my first impression, way too small, way too light, was kind of scared of it. I didn't like it. Although it does have the MIPS system in it, so that allows your head to slide a little bit within this helmet. It's got a lot of good stuff, and a lot of reading showed that people were doing a lot of downhill mountain biking. They're crashing pretty hard. People were saying the helmet's comfortable. And then one day I was working on my bike, and the bike shows my average speed. And my average speed is 12 miles an hour on that bike. And now you got to take into account that's averaging my speeds going from one trail to another trail, as well as riding on the trail. So most of the enduro riding that I'm doing is in first gear. We're talking just crawling a couple miles an hour, 5-10 miles an hour tops on some of this stuff. So that made me think, you know what, my crashing is typically just tipping over. If I'm going to be riding in the mountains, single track, in the Rockies, in the Appalachians, in the deserts, this is a good helmet for that, because I'm going slow. I am from Wisconsin, and we don't have a lot of hills here. Our single tracks, they're old. They were designed back when guys wanted to just weave trees at high speed. So this is the helmet for that. It's higher speed, and there's a lot of trees, there's a lot of stuff for me to run into, and I do. I hit the trees, and I hit my head, and this helmet is great. My first big ride with this helmet was out in, let's see, I got it right here, Hatfield McCoy. We rode that trail system. It's a relatively slow trail system. There's nothing fast about Trail 199 in the Hatfield McCoy trail system. So this helmet was perfect. We were getting to the top of some of that stuff, and guys were ripping their helmets off, just dying. And I never took my helmet off. You look in the front here, this is perfect for running your drink tube through. If you want to take a drink and then spit it back out through that hole, you don't have a mess like like trying to drink with this helmet on. Obviously, I got a little more weight on here with the GoPro mount, and then the Cena system on it. So I keep this one light, and this one is less than half the weight. The buckle system on this is it's pretty cool. It's magnetic. You can do it. You can unhook it with one hand. You can throw it back together with one hand, basically. This helmet fits tighter. It sits higher up on your head. You're a little more exposed in the back end here. One nice thing they've done is they gave 3 sets of cheek pads. There's some really thick ones, there's some medium ones, and I'm running the thinnest ones. This is what they call a medium large. My head measures 7 5/8 in a fitted hat, and this is pretty snug on my head with the smallest pads in it. It also comes with a pad that goes in the back here. This one's just a little thicker than this one. And then this is the liner that Velcros in on the inside. Both liners are the same thickness. The only difference for fitting this helmet are the 3 sets of cheek pads and the behind the neck pad. I did have a pretty good crash with this helmet. Going relatively slow, first gear downhill, bumped the handlebars on a tree and went down, landed on my head on this side, and I was very surprised. I hit the ground, I hit hard, and it was comfortable. I was really happy with this helmet. This one here, I've hit my head on the ground pretty hard a few times, and this one is comfortable also. I did not see a drastic difference in low speed crashes between the protection I felt in these 2 helmets. Now, that being said, this is not a motorcycle helmet. I'm not recommending that anybody purchase this and ride a motorcycle with it. I did, and it's up to you. But when the time comes, when I wreck this one, I'll probably buy another one of these. I will always have a helmet like this for my hard enduro style riding, and when it's colder out, in the colder months, and when I'm getting up out of first gear, when I'm hitting second, third gear in stuff, this is the helmet that I'll be wearing. So I hope this helps. If anybody's thinking about a lighter weight helmet, something that breathes a little better, this one is way, way cooler and more comfortable to wear than this helmet. You don't even really know that it's on. This opening up front is it gives you a wider field of view. This comes back just a little bit further than this helmet does, and then your open area in here is larger. So when this helmet is on, you don't see the helmet in your peripheral vision. You'll see this front a little bit, and another thing, this visor is all the way down right now, and you can see that it sits up a lot higher than this helmet. That must be a mountain bike thing. When guys are pedaling their bike, they're looking down. On the motorcycle, you're going to be looking a little further forward, and it would be nice if this visor would come down a little more. I could probably slot this a little bit and get it to come down, but I found that it's good. That's my only complaint with this helmet, is that the visor sticks up a little higher than on a motorcycle helmet. So if this video has been helpful to you, please hit the subscribe button. It would help me out. Okay, thanks a lot.